given to me by Adi just for a reaction. So one day Adi told me that okay, they're giving us, he did give me a reaction. After I read it, and I just didn't give the script back to him. I just read it and said that I'm not giving the script back to you. I don't know who's making it, but I'm making this film. Nobody else is making this film but me.
Siddharth had always told me one thing, that do a film if your mind says that you will kill somebody else if that person was playing this role. And I actually felt that for the first time in my life, that wow, this is such a great script.
When Siddharth gave me a narration, I was really excited, and he wasn't sure if I would say yes to the film. But something really excited me about the character, and I said yes to the film right there.
My first reaction was wow.
One thing I like about the film is the structure. It's a good experiment in the structure of the film.
For a long time, I have not seen very good romantic comedies, and I have not been a part of a romantic comedy. And there was a kind of freshness to the script.
I just could see this film, entire film loom in my mind. I just knew that this is something special. And I think that is the reaction that everybody who read the script was that I'm doing this film.
Yeah, baby, when you see me coming, yeah, you better run for cover. Cause you know when I find you, yeah, I'm gonna be your lover.
Whenever there's a title coming up, we always argue and dispute over it. But when Bachna Haseeno was decided, we were like, this is what it needs to be.
It grows on you, and you see the logo, which is really cute, it's fun, it's colourful, and Bachna Haseeno is actually a fantastic title.
Which track now? Do we know any idea? There's a sequence where Manisha misses the train in Switzerland, and we actually didn't get her train to halt at the station and move when we wanted her to move. So we had to time that the train would come, stop at the station for 20 seconds and go. So we had only that one train the entire day to come. Otherwise we have to come there 2 weeks later. It was an isolated station, only one train passes by in a week.
We had no idea what train or what platform the train was coming. So they had no idea where to set up the camera, whether to set it up here or whether to set it up here.
Yeah, I think there was a point where I also slightly lost it and I got a bit annoyed because there are too many variables to handle.
This train actually passed by. So we see a train passing by and Siddharth calls action and I run after the train.
Got it, very nice.
Because we were trying to work against time in terms of the sun setting. There was a bit of a tension, but I think ultimately we managed pretty well. We've shot a lot of low loader. I think we've become some sort of an expert at low loaders.
I have never ridden so low on a road before. It was an experience. I wanted to sit right there and see how it felt like. I wasn't letting go of that experience at all.
I used to, people are riding a bike, a scooty, just shooting at the chopper and everything would look very normal. So I just thought, he goes to a point and he sees a bunch of Harley-Davidson bikers. And he tells them and they all follow. And they're like huge guys with big mustache, skinheads. And 40 bikes are chasing and they're doing the same movement with. So it visually gave a very nice impact.
I remember during Aista Siddharth suddenly got this wicked idea of putting me and Manisha on top of a snow-capped mountain, which was actually like this.
You had to go to that place by chopper actually. You couldn't walk it up, there's nothing. It's an isolated hill on the glacier. So I wanted actually Ranbir and Manisha on top of it and we take a chopper shot around them.
The helicopter could only take one person at a time. So the helicopter dropped me first and it went down. Then Manisha comes up. Now when Manisha came, the chopper dropped her. The pilot told you something, right?
He said, okay dude, the wind, the direction has changed. There's clouds coming in. Now we can't go and get them. They'll have to be there for a while. You mean get them back now? You can't take the shot.
And we can hardly hear ourselves, hardly see anything, and Ranbir and me are still screaming at each other. I'm telling him, Ranbir, you go! And he's screaming at the person saying, take her, take her! That guy just comes, he catches me by the scruff of the neck like this, and he throws me into the chopper. He immediately goes back, picks up Ranbir and puts us into the chopper and comes back.
One thing was nice that कुछ नया देखने मिला हुआ था Glacier 3000 इसमें they have made a roller coaster on the snow, which is very unique. तो हमने उसको अटैक किया, हमने कहा यहाँ शूट करना.
The snow was such, it was soft. So the minute they would walk on it, they would sink into the snow knee deep.
Manisha, I mean, I was okay. I was wearing sneakers,
sandals.
but Manisha was wearing sandals, and she was very brave about it.
I had to dance in my heels when the shots were long. Yeah, we had to dance. I had to dance with my heels. So yeah, that was a whole experience, and hence then I've been dubbed Daredevil.
scene was about a party scene where I'm supposed to be a waiter serving these Italian guests and stuff, and suddenly Siddharth gets this idea that what if we end the scene where I'm thrown in the water and this hot chick in a bikini comes and starts dunking me in the pool.
Sunil sir, मैं यहाँ गिर रहा हूँ. नहीं sir, इतना नज़दीक थोड़ा उस तरफ गिरो ना.
उस तरफ go towards her.
बस थोड़ा.
I have water phobia. I'm not a good swimmer.
Action! 24 frames, huh?
अरे हाँ roll है यार, चलो ना. Action!
I didn't know that she's going to try it so hard and be successful at it that Ranveer almost like drowned, you know.
She thought like you had to kill him. So she was like on top of me, pushing me down, and I'm screaming, help me, help me.
I was on the camera, so I guess I was thinking, "Arey, ye अच्छा shot मिल रहा है, ये अच्छा shot मिल रहा है."
Now, these guys are shooting now. They think that probably I'm in my
Exactly.
character. Help me. So it's like do more. So by the end of it, I think I had a blackout and I had like water inside my system.
30 पे आ जाएगा.
The pool, it was freezing, and when we went to the water, obviously your body gets a chill. So with that shock, plus that chick trying to dunk him into the water,
Plus I can't swim.
You can't
Everything
swim.
put together was just a...
So I was actually screaming help, and we thought he was acting. What a great actor! Help.
Super.
So naturally it came out.
Keep going.
Ranveer with his tiger on his bum. The shots that he was wearing had a tiger face on his bum, and the camera captured it pretty well. It zoomed on his bum.
Yeah, those the tiger shots that you see are Ranveer's personal shots. We couldn't actually get a more flamboyant pair of boxers. So I asked Ranveer that day, that dude, tell me what boxers are you wearing? And he says, dude, you don't see it. I said, what? He said, I'm in character. And he pulled his jeans down, and those were the boxers that were on the screen.
Camera. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The first time I heard Lucky Boy was in Capri when we were shooting, and it was an instant hit because any song that I hear the first time, and if I remember it after a long time, then I know it's going to work.
Siddharth wanted that full hot item song on Bipasha Basu, and he said, let's give me a song which is going to rock the nightclubs. It has to be a hit.
Lucky Boy was the unlucky song when we started because ये गाना हम लोग ने जब इटली में शूटिंग कर रहे थे तो we had planned के एक stage बनेगा and it should be like a Pink Floyd stage. We put a set in the outdoors film city. There were about 400 moving heads and 200 scanners, and we took a chance कि चलो बारिश में करते हैं, and that fell wrong. मतलब बारिश आई and everything completely demolished. But we put the same set in the Yash Raj Studios. थोड़ा size में छोटा था, but everything else was the same.
We have Ahmad Khan, who I don't think believes in much rehearsals. So, but ultimately we pretty much managed the steps, and it's looking nice, and it's looking the way we had imagined it to be.
Lucky boy, you're my lucky boy.
She knows herself, she knows her body, and उन्हें पता है कि वो किस अंदाज में, किस स्टाइल में अच्छी लगेंगी, and that's what makes Bipasha Basu.
Ranveer and I are we're watching this little band that's playing on the street, and I'm actually like listening to the music and enjoying it, and he's in awe of me, so he keeps staring. So I'm eating this ice cream, and then I'm like, what? And then I like shove it in his face, and I loved it because I did it in one take, I think, and all my khunnas took it out.
It was a difficult song to shoot, but I think these guys were really cooperative, and it really took out a lot from them.
This is actually my first love song when I'm intimately close to a a woman.
It's a great song. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a haunting melody. It's a melody that actually attracts you first.
I have vertigo problem, and Mr. Siddharth Anand and Ahmed Khan put me on top of this like 30 feet rock structure.
Which is visually fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was totally worth it, but it was scary because I have a phobia of heights, and they wanted me to do all these heroic postures.
And stand on it. Well, I think it was it was just a small square.
Yeah,
I think 3 feet by 3 feet square, and it was really high.
No, the tough part was not standing. The tough part was to go
Going
up and coming down. Also, remember when he wanted us to get into the water when it was freezing cold?
Oh yeah.
When he wanted just the end.
Bit.
When you're not very.
That's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Please appreciate that shot because the water was freezing.
You see the song, it's shot over so many locations. That beach is Zagare, beautiful stretch of beach. We actually hunted a lot to find a beach which was pristine and clean, and the water was turquoise, white sand, but it looks just fantastic. It had white marble rock behind us.
From Venice
places.
we went to?
Venice we went to Alberbello is a town which you'll see now with white huts.
Oh la 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 le, oh la la le.
It's not a lorry actually, oh la 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 le. Please don't go to sleep. It's not oh la 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 le.
As a implication or rather a takeoff from the candle idea, they said कि सब पेड़ों पे भी लाइट होनी चाहिए. We thought India से लाइटें मंगाते सस्ती पड़ेगी और मैंने एक मांगोगे 1000 ला सकते हैं. Australia being very critical about safeties and regulations. Only after the lights arrived in Australia we realized that they need to be tagged, as in by which they mean that they need to be tested and approved as a non-hazardous equipment.
So I think the park is one of the central places of Sydney, and where a lot of tourists come to kind of hang out and chill.
तुमने मुझे मेरी जिंदगी को बिल्कुल बदल दिया गायत्री. मैं तुमसे बहुत प्यार करता हूँ. हमेशा करूँगा. Forever.
The fact that we owned that park for so many nights, and I think we've done one of the most romantic scenes over there.
Amritsar is just a wonderful place to be in because the food is awesome. There's obviously the Golden Temple, the vibe of the place, and also the things I think the way we've shot Amritsar is not the Amritsar where you would probably see in every film. As we've not only shot the Golden Temple, we've actually gone in the heart of Amritsar.
We had a crane shot. I think they were craning down from height. All the lights were set, and we were shooting from across the road. And then, as usual, slowly the crowd started gathering. By the time we were ready to shoot, there must be 50,000 people, and it was so difficult that we had to actually abandon the shoot. We had to put him behind, and there was a crane near the footpath. We had to put him behind the crane. At one point, we thought we'll pull him up the wall and make him jump on the other side of the wall to another person's house, and then drive away from there. But since it was quite scary.
Created Amritsar in Bombay also, as I said, we made a movie. Siddharth's family lives in Amritsar, so I think he understands Amritsar very well. He understands the flavor of Amritsar, the smell of Amritsar. So when you see the chapter, you have this very strong essence of Amritsar which comes across on screen.
It was good, we walked in there in the studio and we saw the set, it was fantastic.
1, 2, 3.
there was a date. The entire set was filled with these sardars, and you know how sardars are when somebody is when there's music on, they just have so much of fun. So I remember there were all these doors and all on time, and one day Ahmed, Siddharth, we just started just like jamming on the door, and the entire set, which was filled with sardar, just started dancing. So amongst all these sardars, there was one man, and it was quite, it wasn't clear who was dancing, and suddenly you saw that Siddharth was actually doing Bachna in front of all these sardars. So I guess you were so happy the song was coming out.
First proper Punjabi song, and I'm going to cherish it. And thank you so much, Vishal and Shekhar, for giving me these numbers. Thanks.
In those days of the song, we had people actually the dances were coordinated orange, yellows, and reds. So it was such a festive atmosphere because then accordingly we do the flower arrangements for yellow in the day and red at night, and the lighting and everything. Small town girl that's actually shot in different places in Rome.
We have these new first-time choreographers like Siddharth Anand and Ranbir Kapoor who are trying their hand in choreographing a song on their own.
This guy was dressed as gladiator, and we asked him to do a Dharamji dance for us, and he did that bit for us. It was really funny. तो पाँव भी खिला अपना जा बस छोटी उंगली पे नचाएगी तुम्हें she's a small town girl.
They were like completely disagreeing all the time whether the finger should come up or his head should come up or head should shake sideways or head should go around. So we had a little bit of a problem.
गाड़ी हाथ ऊपर गया, हाथ तेरे देख ऊपर गया. When you came up now the hand raised. It was actually supposed to be him just dancing alone on empty street, but by 11,000 people, and we changed our stage to accommodate that. We had a favor of the absolutely, and it looked like we hired extras, but they were dancing to us. Whatever steps we were telling them to do, they were doing that in the background. Okay, all of you are looking at him, and he's supposed to be dancing. You are pointing at him, pointing at him, and smiling, laughing, right?
Since Siddharth and Ranbir both got that very correctly, the rest was just fun and show.
Action, guys! Look! God, look it!
Small town girl, that portion is actually what we all do beyond the cameras, and just to have a blast on set, which I think is so important in making of a movie, especially a movie like Bachna Haseeno.
When they told us you have to do Bachna Haseeno, we're like, man, is there going to be a title track? Because it's scary. I mean, that's a song that's been around for a long time. If we have to do a song with Bachna Haseeno as the words and a different tune, that would have to be a really tough task for any composer.
I think it was a great idea to get this song into the album. And when they had come up with a new mukhra for it, so when they told me about the mukhra, that the mukhra is actually the melody of the trumpet, I was like, that is a great idea.
We heard the song for the first time. We're kind of excited because Bachna and Haseeno was a song I used to dance a lot. And suddenly today when I've grown up, I have to choreograph a song which was my ideal song when I was a child. I composed a movement, and as I run ये movement ऐसा है कि जहाँ हाथ एक बार रुकेगा 100 बार भी करेंगे तो वही रुकना चाहिए.
Ahmed initially told me that we'll wrap this, the shot in 2 hours, but actually it was so hard because you do one step, then you have to freeze. They mark your entire body posture, and then you have to resume from the same position. And if you don't get the exact same position, you have to repeat the shot you did before to match the shot what you're going to take after this.
We can't take away from the fact how Ranveer has danced in this song.
Baby, when you see me coming, yeah, you better run for cover. Cause you know when I find you, yeah, I wanna be your lover.
It's actually a stage, so him on stage with these 20 girls dancing. We actually, first thing we could just looked at each other like, what did he just see? And all the entire unit just started clapping from everybody in the unit.
Bachna hai Haseeno, to main aa gaya. Hey Bachna hai Haseeno, to main aa gaya. Husn ka aashiq, husn ka dushman, apni ada hai yaaron se juda.
So I think it's just the brilliance of Vishal Shekhar, Siddharth Anand and Ahmed Khan who together have put this amazing music video.
Bachna hai Haseeno, to main aa gaya. Baby, when you see me coming, yeah, you better run for cover. You know when I find you, yeah, I wanna be your lover.
Mr. Ranveer Kapoor was living up to his character. See, he's a very he's a method actor actually. He gets into the skin of the character.
What he is like in person, I think a lot of it will come out in Bachna Hai Haseeno, and I sometimes say that he takes his character too seriously.
He became a flirt, and a flirt to the extent that you can watch this video now. He went about proposing to every girl that he worked with, not on screen, off screen. Just watch this.
मैं रणबीर हूँ ये बिपाशा बासु जरा चश्मे निकाल के अपना चेहरा दिखाइए
Where am I?
In my heart I love you बिपाशा बासु
क्यों चुप रहे ना, क्यों मर रहा है?
ये मेकिंग में आएगा.
James Bond
Not a single day we thought that आज बहुत काम किया, सिर्फ काम ही किया. I think that's the fun part about it. Maybe that is what is reflecting so well in the film.
The film is not being moralistic. It is your quintessential date movie. It's your quintessential romantic comedy. It's your quintessential Yash Raj movie. So it's not professing. It's not trying to push morals at you. It's one of those films where you really have a good time watching. The first half will really bring a smile to your face, and the second half will bring a smile and a tear to your face. So hopefully you guys will go through these emotions that I went through while shooting this movie.